I have just spent my morning today doing this insane exercise for you that shows me that Bitcoin has already done a 4.9 billion% gain to where it is right now, let alone its all-time high. Make sure to stay with me for the entire video so that we can go ahead and watch exactly what it is you came here to watch. All right, guys, so I'm going to start off on CoinGecko. Now, there's a little bit of a disparity on CoinGecko with everything in terms of numbers. So right now, I'm not going to do the usual that I do on the videos. We know Bitcoin is number one. It is the king. We know it's currently sitting above the 30,000 level at the moment. We know it's on 1.3 million people's watch list. We know it's got a $588 billion market cap. We know there's 21 million and only 19.4 million in circulation. And there has been 11.74 billion traded in the past 24 hours with a fully diluted of 636, which is going to continue to grow exponentially. Now, guys, what I will be showing you on this video here today is that at the all-time high, okay, of $69,044.77, we are 56.12% down from that all-time high. That's green tea. Love it. Not bad for something that has, you know, a couple of weeks back was sitting around 72%, even closer to about 78% down for the year, right? So we already bounced back up and erased 20% of those, the fall down that we basically had. Now, this says the all-time low for Bitcoin was $67.81, and we're up 44,574% from that all-time low, which was in June 6, 2013. Now, we all know that Bitcoin has actually been around since late 2008, but essentially 2009 is what I would say where Bitcoin has had. So they've missed out on 4 years of data, basically. So Bitcoin has been around for 14 years. Actually, it's been around the exact same time as my business has, but my business has nowhere near this kind of market cap. So, but it will one day. So, okay, what I wanted to go and show you here today, guys, is actually this insane amount of information. Now, I'm going to just keep all the fight and the noise out of this video because I just want to show you hardcore, juicy, tender-licking facts. Now, all right. This video is just showing you, this particular chart is just showing you current right now in the 1 hour, the low time frame, a inverse head and shoulders pattern that I did for you guys on my previous video, but my previous video is still uploading because the internet in South Africa today is horrendous. But I'm still grateful that it is working enough for me to upload this content for you. So guys, no matter the struggle, smash the thumbs up. Really appreciate every single last one of you. But you can see here's the inverse head and shoulders. Here's the pattern for the target for the inverse head and shoulders pattern. We are a little bit overbought on the RSI right now, but not a problem. So hold on to your socks right now because now we're getting into the part that you came for on this video. All right. Wow. Where to even begin? Okay. Well, why don't we begin back where Bitcoin started? So give me a moment while I scroll and get us back right all the way. And if any of you actually know how to get to the back of Bitcoin faster than the way that I do it on TradingView, please let me know down in the comments below. I would absolutely love to know exactly how to do that. Now, I want to go and show you something right at the beginning of Bitcoin. Now, bearing in mind that this is 2010, okay? Well, actually, this is 29, October 2009. So it's also on this chart a little bit later than Bitcoin actually was launched. So, but it was already way down here. You can see on the right-hand side on the price schedule that we can't even get the price that we're asking for. But I want to go and show you a few things. So first things first, have a very close squiz at all the triangle patterns that I have drawn us when there were bearish moments, okay? Then I have drawn an up arrow right next to a breakout out of that pattern, which essentially basically shows us the entire time that Bitcoin, so the up arrow is the entire time that Bitcoin was in a bullish move. Now, there was a 2-month drop here. I'm not going to be too concerned because there's essentially the trend from there all the way up to this peak here, way back in 2011, Wednesday 1st, 2011. Interesting, right? All the ones. Literally took 19 months of bullish momentum and gained 29,081% through that 19 months. Then we had another triangle formation, all right, where we had a pullback for 5 solid months before we broke out of the triangle pattern, and another beautiful arrow to the upside. Now, just very, very quickly, from the breakout pattern of that previous triangle to this little peak here, okay, and why I'm giving you this little peak here, because this was a short bear market in 2013. Isn't that interesting? In April, so it was 2 months earlier than in this session, and it only lasted for 2 months before we had a crazy bounce back up on Bitcoin. So I've said from there to here is actually 17 months, but I excluded that, but I left the 2 months here. And basically, you can see that the entire time frame from the bottom all the way to the top up here was a 19-month time frame. Now, I know I said that wrong there. Okay, so let me just count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. So 17 months was because it was this candle I was counting from. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. So this is actually 24 months. Okay, so just excuse that. Okay, so 24 months on this one. So you can see there that there was about more or less 7 months more from this bullish action in this gigantic candle here, which in that candle itself was a powerful 475% gain. Okay, now that took 24 months, and the average and the percentage gain from there to the peak was 11,550%. Now, guess what? We formed another triangle pattern with another breakout, and I've got another arrow to the upside. Now, this downside within the arrow pattern basically was 22 months. So this was the longest time so far that we've calculated that Bitcoin actually had a bear market. Now, yes, we must have pullbacks in the market. There's no doubt about it on the way up. But on the way up, we literally gained to this all-time high from the exit there, from the exit right here to the all-time high. It was 27 months, and it was a 6,262% gain. Then we had the next batch of downward momentum. So I counted this, okay, because actually this is where we started to become bullish. So this was 13 months of down action before the bullish action started. Okay, so I didn't even count this area here. Okay, but from this arrow again, breakout to the top side with an arrow pointing up, okay, to our latest and current all-time high, took 11 months and was a 746% gain. Now, from this candle all the way down to down here is a 21-month bear market. All right. Now, guys, if you're still here with me on the video, smash the thumbs up for me, please, because that's really appreciated. It takes an awesome amount of energy to do these videos for you guys, and I do love doing them. So make sure to smash the thumbs up. Now, the average time frame of the bearish months was 12.6 months for bearish action, okay, on Bitcoin. Now, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times that Bitcoin has basically gone through a strong bearish action. And guess what? Every single time there was a bearish action, the RSI crossed, except for once. And I'm going to show you something very important right now after I've finished here. So make sure to stay for the last minute or so of this video, 2 minutes of this video, so that you can see exactly what you came here for in this video. And in the meantime, smash the thumbs up. So the average bullish months are 19 months, okay? So I want to give you a very, very juicy part right at the end. So I'm making sure you're staying with me, okay? So for me, personally, according to what I've looked at, take cognizance of where the RSI is right now, overbought. Doesn't mean we can't still rally, okay? And for me, the next bull run that we are about to see, because of all the black rocks and the fidelities and the institutions and the governments coming into Bitcoin, I believe we are going to have the most exponential bull run gains we have ever experienced. But what I did was this last arrow, I'll tell you about it right at the end. But I want to go and show you exactly what I believe is going to happen now in this next beautiful bull cycle. Okay, so let me point out to you guys right here. Okay, so guess what? The RSI crossed, we sold right there, right? Perfect, perfect moment to sell. Okay, guess what? On this one, okay, the RSI decided, okay, it was time to sell right here at this candle, okay, on the monthly. But guess what? The price still insanely 500% rallied after the signal on the RSI to sell. Okay, and guess what? We had this insane 500% gain rally. And in my personal view, this is exactly what is about to happen in this bull cycle. And we should be getting a 2013 to 2014 bull cycle rally. That is my personal view. I would love to hear what you guys think down in the comments below. I have not been around for these cycles, but patterns are patterns, and technical analysis is very important for us. Thanks for your patience while I drink my green tea, guys. I love drinking my tea while it's hot. It's delicious. You guys know that I have a cup of green tea every day. So let's come to this right here, right now. So this arrow starting from right here, okay? And guess what? Just by the way, every single triangle right at the apex is where we started to break out of the pattern. Oh, and guess where we are right now? I wonder. Well, we are right at the apex on this chart. Okay, now the most beautiful thing about this is that we've got the same signal coming up for us as overbought as we had in 2013, but we had the most insane rally that Bitcoin has ever experienced, okay? The biggest percentage gain of 29,000%. Now, just to be a little bit modest with you, okay, because I don't know if you guys watched the Altcoin Daily video with the interview, the hour-long interview with Michael Saylor. Well, basically what happened in that video was Michael Saylor was calling $100 million Bitcoin. And right now we're sitting at $30,000. You buy one Bitcoin at $30,000 and it goes up to $100 million in the next decade or two. What the hell, guys? You've made so much money. Like, why would you not? So if you're buying fractions of Bitcoin, it's also beautiful. Now, with that being said, with 0.1 Bitcoin, you can still become a at least 7 to 8 figure digit millionaire, without a doubt. Okay, now, what does that look like for us? Where is the bull market going to head? How long is it going to take? I don't know. I don't have a genie in a bottle, but according to this data that I've now showed you, with the average months, bullish months of 19 months, I'm not concerning with the bearish months right now because we are in a bull momentum rally, without a doubt. We hit the bottom here, guys. No doubt about it. If we broke this triangle pattern, that would literally invalidate all the previous patterns that Bitcoin has had over its entire life. Do you think Bitcoin is about to start doing that while we have all of these institutions about to rally and bring in ETFs? Fuck no. I do not believe that for one moment. I believe Bitcoin will continue to rally. It doesn't mean that we're not going to have pullbacks in between the rallies, guys. Make sure that you know that, okay? Especially if you're going to leverage trade this. But look where my arrow takes us up to, guys. You're not going to believe this. I'll keep scrolling. Because what I did was I took an average of all 5 sessions, all 5 percentage gains during the bull rallies and the bull cycles, all 4, excuse me. And this, we managed to get an incredible 11,900% average gain. Now, that is pretty modest. Now, where does that actually bring us up to on this chart? well, have a look at that price there on the right-hand side. That is $3.7 million for one Bitcoin. And you're going to buy a Bitcoin today at $30,000. I'm telling you, if you guys can see this information, you will do whatever it takes to accumulate one Bitcoin without a doubt. Okay. That is literally a 1,200x on the coin. Now, is it going to do it in the next bull cycle? I don't know. I can't say, but the proof is in the pudding. And essentially what I would like to say is where I would like to see the end of the bull cycle for the next bull cycle, based on the average, this 19 months point is from today, from this month, because perhaps next month we break out. Okay. Looks like that's what's going to happen. By February 2025, we should be expecting to see the blow off top in Bitcoin. Okay, that is just under 1 year after the Bitcoin halving. Okay, now I said I would give it an extra 3 months or so to flatten out the average a little bit more, maybe push it a little bit more, and it would then come up to about May. Now, because normally the bull cycles are, the bear cycles are triggered in May to June, more or less. Okay, now what does that actually mean for us? We have between 19 to 24 months from today, from this month, July 23. Mark my words in this video. I will come back to it in 2025 and I will show you guys exactly what we've said in this video. And I will eat my sock if I was wrong, no problem. All right. Okay. So, guys, if you're enjoying the content, make sure to smash the like, because it took a lot of energy for me to do this, a lot of time for me to do this, but I love doing this for you, and that's all that matters. So between now and then, we have between 19 and 23 months to become, 24 months, to become multi-millionaires in this moment. And I can tell you something, that the likes of Carl from the Moon, who was around in the 2015 bubble, no doubt, he and others that were around at the 2015, Da Vinci from the start of Bitcoin, I'm sure he's a billionaire already. And I'm going to show you why, because already, okay, I did a calculation from the bottom to the top of that, to the top of our all-time high. Okay, we have currently to today, okay, Bitcoin has made a you think Shiba Inu made a 29 million% pump? There's a reason Bitcoin is the king, okay, of crypto, because it has made a 4.97 billion% gain up to the current price. And to the all-time high, that was an 11.2 billion% gain. Yes, rewind that, listen to that over and over and over again so that you get that in your head. Because what do you think it's going to be when we're all the way up here, okay, up at $3.6 million? Well, guys, let me not even go there. And guess what? It's because it's helping us with currency wars and currency matters, inflation, deflation that is happening around the world, that is eroding your currency. Why do you think Bitcoin is a king currency? Why do you believe that Bitcoin is going to do this? All right. Thanks for being here on the video. I really appreciate every single last one of you guys. And thank you for being here with me on the content. I hope you enjoyed that content. It was absolutely powerful and impactful. We'll see you on the next one, you blessed souls.